Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jairu from sc2ph.com, and I'm here to present to you one of the games from the monthly Philippine online tournament held by Mindscape. Now this is a Protoss versus Protoss match between Pyro and Dev. Now the map is Kulas Ravine, and spawning at the lower right position is the blue Protoss Dev, and spawning at the lower left position is the orange Protoss Pyro. Now we can see the APM of both players. Def averaging at 180 APM, and Pyro averaging at 30 to 40 APM. Now, Pyro, I know him from the StarCraft 2 beta, playing as Protoss. I'm new to this player Def. So we can see that both players just started their pylons, and scouts are now being sent to each other's base. Now, Def stopped over this Zelnaga watchtower to see more, and he was able to spot this probe by Pyro. So he knows that Pyro's base is at the lower left part of the map. Now Pyro is starting to move towards Def's base, and now Def is already putting up his gateway. Um, uh, Def's probe already entering Pyro's base, who is also starting to build his gateway, and now Pyro's building in a simulator. I think he's going for an early stalker, or early sentry here. Now Pyro's probe already attacking Def's probe, forcing Def's probe to go out of the base. And now we see Pyro's probe continue to circle around Def's base, and now we see another gateway being put up by Def. I think we're going to see an early aggression here, an early push by using gateway units, and another pylons being produced here by Def. And now we'll be seeing a zealot being trained by Def. And going back at Pyro's base, we see a cybernetic score going up, and then we see a second gateway being put up by Pyro. Going back at Def's base, we see this probe continuing to circle around Def's base. Probes really are what they call this stubborn workers, or stubborn scouts. Because of their shields, they can easily move away and then regenerate their shields and then go back to scouting. Now you can see these two gateways being chrono boosted. Now we can see two zealots already making their way to Pyro's base, and we can see the very first zealot of Def already making his way towards Pyro's base as well. We can see here that Def is already putting up his cybernetic score, and over Pyro's base is already putting up a forge. I think he's doing this for early cannon in order to hold off rushes like this. But Def is already attacking the probes of Pyro, and I think he will be able to kill one probe. Yes, he was able to, and we can see this zealot being attacked by Pyro's own zealot, and I think this is going to die with some attacks from the probe. And now we see these two zealots actually going over to inside of Pyro's mineral line, and he will be attacking the probes of Pyro. Now we can see another zealot here from Def that attacking the probes. No, I think no. He's now Def's zealots are trying to attack the stalkers. I think this is a bad move. He should just continue attacking the probes so he can be able to disrupt Pyro's economy. And now that's what he's doing. And now all of the probes of Pyro are attacking the zealots, and Pyro was able to destroy all of Def's zealots, but at the expense of a lot of probes. We can see from the units lost that Pyro already lost 11 units worth of units. Now we can see 3 gateways from Def, and now another one, so 4 gateways, and a warp gate tech being chrono boosted at Def's cybernetic score, and now another pylon being put up by Def, and we can see these 3 stalkers, no, actually 4, going over to Def's base, trying to do a counter attack. I think he's assuming that that Def doesn't have that much units because of the early aggression. But we can see from here that Def has 3 Zealots and 1 Stalker. Now we're seeing an attack by Pyro, but Zealots are actually effective against. I mean, Stalkers are actually effective against Zealots because they're really fast moving and they are ranged. They have, I think they have 6 range, so they can really snipe the Stalkers. Now Pyro's pulling back his Stalker, but Def should have just contained this 2 Stalkers, and now the Stalkers of Pyro are forced to pull back. And now we can see gateways of Def already changing to warp gates. We can see Pyro still having 2 gateways here, not actually building more gateways. But I can see that Def has actually created a proxy pylon here using a probe, and now we see more couple of gateway units produced, and now we can see 3 Zealots being produced just to attack this all of these Stalkers that just came back. And now we see other units from Def following up, going towards Pyro's base. And now we see 7 Stalkers from Pyro defending his base. But we continue to see Zealots and Stalkers being produced from this proxy pylon. And now Def really has a lot of units now. He can do really good aggression here. Pyro continue to produce Stalkers, and now the Stalkers are being killed by the Zealots, and Def continues now producing 3 more Stalkers in order to match the Stalker count of Pyro. Now another gateway being put up here by Pyro, but killed by the Stalkers, and we see another Stalker destroyed by Def. And we see that Pyro's units are no match for the units of Def. But we see this Cannon actually doing harassment, but now being killed by the Stalkers of Def. Now we can see more units being produced. Now Pyro forced to pull probes off his mineral line. I don't think that's such a good idea, considering Stalkers can really move away very fast. Now we can see Stalkers. I think we're going to see an early end game here. There's so many Stalkers created by Def here, and Pyro has no match, considering he has only 2 gateways as compared to the 4 gateways of Def. Now we can see the pylon being destroyed. Now 1 gateway being disabled, and now there goes the GG from Pyro. Now that ends the match between Pyro and Def, and I hope you enjoy this one. And once again, this is Jairu from sc2ph.com, and see you next time. Cheers.